YouTube. Today is the day that you guys have been asking for a very long time. The day that I finally give you the animal video. This video is here to serve a multitude of purposes. One of them being just introducing you to my animals if you haven't met them, seeing how they're doing now for people who have met them in the past, and also showing you a day-to-day how to take care of them and how we feed them and how we spoil the ever-living hell out of them. A couple of things to note: this video was recorded over multiple days, just with different sleep schedules of animals and time of us being able to record things and, having the energy, whatever. As well as, if you notice, there's a slight smudge on the camera at one point. I was testing out the camera and I let it get really close to Doggo, and I'm sorry I didn't get it on film because it would have been really cute on film, but I didn't notice that he smudged it, and so there's part of the video that's a little bit scuffed. I hope you can look past that and comment down below asking me any questions you want about the animal. I'll try to be really good about responding to comments in this video. Sorry for the long intro, but I'll get you now into the cuteness. Take it away. Hardy boy, do you want your dinner? All right, Hardy boy normally during the mornings just gets half a scoop of his kibble. It's Hill's Science Diet. It's a good kibble to have, about half a cup. Doesn't really matter if it's super exact because he's in good shape and angry. But in the afternoon, on top of that, he also gets one tablet of Cosequin. It's a joint supplement. Gotta help them as they get older. Then come into the fridge, and right here there's a big giant pump that's all salmon oil. Give him 1.5, 2 pumps, about, mix it around, and that's his dinner. Pampered lifestyle. Pampered lifestyle. The fish oil is also for, just general health and joint stuff and happiness. Look into my soul. Broccoli. Butthole. Break. And that's how you feed a doggo. And now on to the bunnies. We got 2 bunnies for you today. We got Bevan, he's the larger dude, and we got Bun, she's the dainty lady. Every single day we give them a salad, which is a balanced diet of there's spinach, arugula, green leaf, red leaf, chard, cilantro, carrots, and then you notice those little chew things there. One's a joint supplement, the other one is a multivitamin, just because, you gotta get after these things early. They're getting old. Bunnies don't live super long. When you go to feed them, bunnies are very particular. They'll get mad if you don't do this. You gotta take the carrots and the multivitamins. Yep, I see. You gotta put them in another spot. She has to go make sure. And then she will attack the bowl as you dump down the salad. Bun, of course, gets a slightly smaller salad because she's a slightly smaller lady. A couple of things you might notice around here is, one, there's no pellets. That is because pellets are actually, I love Bevan. Pellets are actually not that good for your bunny if you can feed them a well-balanced diet, because pellets tend to be worse for them overall for their dental hygiene because they're squishier and they'll want to prefer to eat them over like their hay or their wooden shoes, and so they don't grind their own teeth down, and then you have to get dental, so it ends up being more expensive in the long run. So if you can feed a well-balanced diet with a salad and good hay, then it's honestly a lot better. You also notice, why are they in these tiny ass little cages? Well, one, they actually get all of this room to play in. They're out here 3 to 4 hours a day. This thing right here, for instance, we put oats in and they dig through that. They got a million things. They can roam our entire upper floor while we're playing with the gliders and the dog throughout the night. But if we transition downstairs, zoom in on my dick. Zoom in on my dick. This is where they're actually going to live. Very soon, actually. We ordered a large door for this entire doorway here because of the dog. When we're not home, he free roams the house, and so he shouldn't have access to the bunnies. He gets curious. He never would hurt them, but he would get too excited and want to play with them and then accidentally hurt them. He wouldn't purposefully try to hurt them, but he would scare them, cause them a heart attack, accidentally step on them, things like that, because, he could jump over this, so. But yeah, this was going to be where they actually live. They're going to have an entire office space. This thing expands a little bit more. And then this space over here is going to be for all the storage of all their extra stuff. They're going to be living in luxury very, very soon once we get the door in place, which should be coming within the next couple of weeks. That's the bunnies. Let's move on. All right, with the sugar glider diet, we've got a ton of food. So for the Sugar Glider diet, we try to prepare for about a month's worth of food because they can't eat this much arugula. This is 2 boxes of arugula. They can't eat all of that by the time that it goes bad, but you gotta buy a certain amount at the store. So we go with the freezing option. Here we've got cantaloupe, arugula, green pepper, celery, bok choy, beans, carrots, corn, peas. This is raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. Yeah, I mean, it's just a massive medley. We'll switch it up sometimes in order to get different fruits and veggies. They all have their preferences. Baby, the white one, really likes corn. Bug seems to really like cantaloupe, especially when it's fresh, because that's what these 2 containers are for. So what we do is we take all of this stuff, we chop it up, a lot of it's pre-chopped, we put it in the bowl. Everything is measured out to the gram, every individual item, so that they can get all of the proper nutrients. So it's all accounted for of them eating more foods than others, because obviously they're sugar gliders, they like sugar. They're obviously gonna go for more of the fruity stuff, but it's all to balance out their calcium and phosphorus. It's a very specific ratio. They're very fragile creatures, can die really easily. Then we take it from the bowl, we put it in the bags, and then once they're in the bags, this is gonna be ready for going into the freezer. This will last us a little bit. These 2 containers has the fresh stuff that will go in the fridge so that they can have more fresh fruits and veggies, because obviously they prefer it throughout the next week or so. Then once all that is good, time to prepare their bowls. Now that the bowls are filled up, you'll notice that there's 1 bowl left and there's a little bit more food that was added. This is technically their main diet. All this other shit, supplementary. It encourages foraging. It's healthy for them. It's no bad foods or anything. But this stuff right here is called high protein Wambrew, HPW for short. It's essentially like having dog food or something like that, right? It's something that is consistent you can give them, that has been manufactured to have all of their necessary nutrients, and it basically, you make it into ice cubes in a blender, you put it in an ice tray, you again weigh out the cubes. They're 14 grams each, you get 1 per glider. And then every single night you put 2 in a bowl, they melt down, they get a smoothie to drink that tastes like all of their favorite things. Last thing that you put on top, a little bit of whole milk yogurt, not too much, not too little. It gives them the necessary probiotics, and they love yogurt. It's the 1 piece of dairy that they can have, because I think that it's the only dairy product that doesn't have lactose in it. Am I right on that, Hannah? Maybe she has no idea, but either way, it's the only thing of dairy that they can have. And yeah, that's the boys' food. The only thing left that we might do is we'll either hide some mealworms inside of their bowls so they can continue to forage. They love their meat. Or we take them into a specified area in one of our bathrooms, and we let them hunt for cockroaches. So yeah, those motherfuckers are spoiled as shit. And this is where the gliders live. They have an entire room with a bunch of things hanging about, and essentially just giant jungle gym-esque, and their food goes in here. If anything looks weird with the camera, that is because this is essentially early morning for them. It's like 7:30 p.m., so the sun's like about to go down, but they're up in the pouch, but they won't actually like get up for a while, maybe like another hour or so, unless I am willing to give some form of offering. One last thing that they get to eat, they don't really need it, but it's good for them, for their instincts, just their animal instincts and everything, but he loves to murder. Stink. Murder. There we go. Die. Die. The final animal is one that you're not gonna see. He's very reclusive. He's a hamster. If you've ever had a hamster, you know. His name's Blade. That's short for Beyblade. Every night we pretty much just fill up his little bowl, make sure that it's all clean. We clean his cage about once every 2 weeks, and I mean, he kind of keeps to himself. We see him maybe once every couple of days. We'll try to get some B-roll footage so you can see him. His food over here is just a big giant-ass tub of essentially Missouri pellets and Sunburst seed mixture. Can you tell which pellets he doesn't like to eat? You basically just give him a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's way too much of the small stuff. But you give him a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Make sure he gets some fun seeds in there, some sunflower seeds. Those are kind of his favorite. And yeah. Throw it in there, and then sometimes when we bring up the bunny salad in the morning, we'll throw him a little bit of treat in there because it's always good for them to get fresh stuff as well. But, you know,